Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm going to do a video on how to install a switch so that you can run multiple motors off of one single VFD. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about here. So if I start my grinder, see that's running. Now what I want to do, turn that off, click the switch. That's what I'm talking about. Single, one VFD, two motors. Actually, I'm assuming you know that if this is the video you're watching. Anyway, couple things to note here. Let me get this unplugged. What I'm going to show you works for my setup. I don't know that it'll work for yours. I'm assuming you may have to adapt what I'm showing you to whatever VFD and motors you have. The other thing that I'd like to point out is that when you're doing this, there are settings inside of VFD for specific horsepower motors. So I'm thinking that you need the same horsepower motor. Can you use a smaller motor? So maybe, I don't know. I kept the motors the same. What I have here is 220 in and a 2 horsepower motor. So what I did is I got a 220 2 horsepower motor. Do I need 2 horsepower for this grinder? Nope. But I couldn't get a definitive answer on whether you could use a smaller motor, and if you were to burn out a motor, then you'd negate any savings that you're going to get by adding a switch instead of another VFD. The other thing is a TW90, at least my grinder does not come with the forward and reverse, so I had to install that. I guess I could do a video on that if you're interested. It also has, did not come with the power kill switch here on and off, so had to put that in. Easy things to do. The other thing I should note is that if you're not comfortable doing electrical work, anything like this, don't do it. You can destroy your stuff, burn down your house, kill yourself. There's a lot of negative things if you do things wrong. So anyway, let me get to this. The other thing I wanted to note that you should do before you start taking any of this apart, take pictures and write stuff down. If you take your pictures, unscrew that, you take pictures, you'll at least have something to go back to. Now, I'm going to show you down here. What you want to do is you're going to want, this is the output current for the, at least for mine, for the TW90. You'll be able to figure that out on yours, and it shouldn't be too difficult. This is the line that you're going to want to add a switch to. Now, this line originally is wired into this box. They're very, very close to each other. They're right on top of each other. So if you want your switch to be like right here, you don't have to change this out. Now if you want to relocate the switch, you want to put it further away like I did, you're going to have to change this out. It's not that difficult. I'm going to show you how to do it. So inside the VFD, oh, I should tell you what I've got here. This is the KBAC 27D. So inside, this is what it looks like inside. These, let me see if I can get some light in there. These are your output wires. These right here. These are the ones that are going to you're going to replace. Now, if you lift these up and you look under here, you can see that there's some letters in there. Now, there's U, V, and W. You should write that down. Let me show you what I did here. So I wrote mine down. Here's the, this is inside the VFD. Here's the U. It's got the black wire, and these are the wires inside the motor. We'll go over this in a moment. Here's the U, the V, and the W. The black, the red, and the white wires, and then this is, again, where they go. Now, when you'll have to take these out if you're going to reinstall or relocate your switch, which I think most people would want to. So you're going to have to disconnect these and disconnect your ground and put new ones in. The other thing that I should note is any of this stuff that I'm showing you with the exception of the switch itself, is available at Home Depot. So for instance, this cable right here, this is new, that I installed myself. Let's see if I can show you what this is. I got this from Home Depot, and this is the exact cable that Travis uses when he wires these together. So you can buy this at Home Depot. I bought 15 or 20 feet because I knew I was going to need it doing all this rewiring. So you're going to want to note what goes where. Now when you rewire this, it's not absolutely necessary to get your black back where the black goes, or the red or the white, but just redo it the same way that it is. There's no sense changing it now, because all you're going to do is reinstall the same cable, the same wiring, but you want everything to be consistent like it was. It's going to be the easiest way. You start switching those around, you're going to have to pay attention to where they go and change everything later downstream, which you don't want to do. So reinstall the wire, put it up here. You're going to have, I don't know what, 5-6 feet, wherever you want your switch. You reconnect these. Now that's going to come up into, what I did is I put together this little job box. Well, I had this job box from another project. So, and I installed the switch up here, and you can see here's the incoming and the outgoing cables. So let me show you what's on the inside. Right here, I got the switch from, I believe, Amazon or eBay. You're going to want to make sure that you have like a minimum amperage. This is a 20 amp switch, so you want to at a minimum match what your motors are amperage wise. Go bigger if you can. There's no reason not to go bigger. You don't go crazy. The bigger they get, the more expensive, but like 15-20 amps is fine. These connectors that I show here, these are all the stuff is available at Home Depot. You're going to want to use something like this because you don't want these wires hanging down on your switch. So again, this is the cable, the longer cable that I rewired into my VFD. It's coming into my job box. Here they are. They come this way. There's the black, the white, and the red in here. And then there's ground. Now you can put all the grounds together. This is a plastic box, so I didn't have to ground that. So you put all the grounds together, but the ones carrying current are going to have to be done on a switch. So let me show you. Try and make this as not confusing as possible. I have this. So here's a top-up view of that switch that I just showed you. Now your incoming current goes down the middle. So if you put your black wire here from your VFD, you're going to want the black wire that goes to your grinder corresponding here. And you want your black wire corresponding, or that goes to your disc grinder here. If you put your white here, put white here, put white here. Red here, red here, red here. So there is a way to screw this up. So let me quickly show you. This is the switch you want. Triple pole, double throw. Okay, triple pole, so you have 1, 2, 3 poles, and then double throw. This is a bad drawing of the switch. So this is kind of the side view of the switch. Now, the reason I show this is to give you an idea of which of these poles to, which direction to send your current. So what I'm saying is that the middle is going to be your input. Okay, the sides are going to be your output. Now, it is possible to wire this incorrectly, to wire the input across these three and your outputs here and down here. That's going to screw you up majorly. You'd be lucky if you didn't burn your house down. I don't know what would happen. You'd screw something up. But you absolutely must make sure that you are in the right direction, that this connects with this. You don't want to go this to here, this to here. I hope that makes sense. You don't want to go this way, you want to go this way. And the way to tell is if it's corresponding to the switch, because the switch goes here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to verify this, because if I haven't made that confusing enough, I'm going to show you how to verify this with a simple multimeter, and I'm going to break this video up into a couple parts. So we're getting on 10 minutes. I'll be back with part 2 in just a minute.